Perfect. I think we're recording. Okay, so cool. Thank you guys for hopping on this. I'm really excited, and I'm so glad that I started that little Facebook group chat because I feel like it's like inspired all of you guys to kind of get started and kind of help push you guys out of your comfort zone. I know that you all have been on your journey for different time. I know, Sammy, I think you were the first one to join with me out of all of you guys. And then Audrey, I know you've been doing Beachbody forever, basically. um, and then Meg, what was it, like, was it December?
I think November, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I know that all three of you guys kind of started this whole thing with just taking care of yourself and getting your own results and like feeling really good and loving the programs and the products. So that's like totally kind of, or I mean, it's the approach that I'm taking with, you know, trying to build a business. And I think it should be the same for you guys too, in terms of the goal is to help people become like healthier and happier, right? There's so much negativity and like everything is like clouded and like negativity all over the place. Like people are judgmental and mean and like we just need to make the world happier. So I feel like for a goal for me is just like trying to become, I'm not perfect. Like I struggle too. And like, yes, I complain sometimes and I'm negative too, but I'm trying my best to like become more of a light for people so that people that have bad days like understand that, hey, that's like super relatable. We all have bad days. So I think being super authentic and real and just being yourself in this business is what's going to make you successful. And for me, a little backstory too, when I got started, I didn't know I was signing up as a Beachbody coach. Like I had no idea. I just like, I didn't know what it was until I got to the checkout and I was like, oh shit, this is Beachbody. And I had known people who had done Beachbody coaching in the past. And I, to be honest, was really turned off by it. But I think it's because like the people that I was like watching share about it were super unauthentic about it. And you could tell they were just trying to like make a sale. And I don't know, you guys have probably seen people that are sharing it the wrong way and it's kind of gross and like kind of makes you cringe. So I told myself I didn't want to be that person at all and that I was going to do everything in my power to stay true to myself, like my core values, help people get results, do the business activities and like be consistent and take action, but like do it the right way. So that's something that I take a lot of pride in. So I love that. I love that you guys are like already starting to share and it's like coming so natural and it's not like, hey, buy this from me right now or sign up. And I think a lot of people get a icky taste sometimes from Beachbody coaches because some coaches sign people up and then they ghost them. They leave them. They make their $50 off the challenge pack and then they never hear from them again. So that's totally something that it makes me like really sad when I actually hear that from people. So if you do hear that, Audrey, I know that you have dealt with that already. Get them on our team, like switch them over. Like don't feel bad taking a customer from someone who is just like making a buck off someone and not giving them like what we promised them when they sign up. So when I got started in the end of June will be 3 years for me. And I'll kind of tell you my story quickly. I was following someone on Instagram and I was following her probably for like 2 or 3 months before I reached out to her. So that just goes to show like people are watching you even if they don't engage in your stuff or like talk to you or comment or even answer your messages. So I finally was like, oh my God, I see this girl talking on her story. Like, she's crazy. Like, I would never do that. And that's so scary. And then, like, here I am now doing it. And it's so easy now. So I finally one day just reached out to her and I was like, hey, like, I'm just curious what you're doing. And this is really weird. I'm sorry that I'm messaging you. But in her head, it was like perfect. Like, it'd be ideal for someone to be like, hey, what are you doing? Sign me up as a coach, you know? So she's like, do you want to know about the workouts or do you want to know about the business? And like, deep down, I was like, I would more want to know about the business because I, at the time, thought I had a great routine with my workouts already. But I said both. And she basically said, like, she's sharing her journey and helping people get happier and healthier, running these challenge groups and just earning extra money on the side. And I was like, all right, sounds cool. So I signed up like 20 minutes later. It would have been, that's like probably 5 minutes after she told me that, but I was like in Plato's Closet selling clothes back and I had bad service. So I couldn't like check out. But I signed up with her and I basically said, like, I'm going to try these workouts, like, see what happens, see if I like it, see if I like the community. And like, I had done like 3 workouts and I was like, this is really cool. Like, this is really fun. All these girls are so nice. And like, for me, a lot of my girlfriends have moved away. So all living in different states. So it's kind of harder to connect with people. You kind of like, even though it's an online community, I feel like you have something that you can relate with people on. So you kind of feel like you have this inner friendship. So I really like that about it. So I just kind of took off with the business, and I didn't have any intentions at the time of making it any like full-time thing, or I was just like, I'm just going to help a few people a month. And then it turned into like more than a few people. And then it was like, wow, this is like, there's actually a lot of opportunity for like great income with this. So I've kind of like changed my why a lot since I've started. But I've been at the same job for like 10 years. They treat me really, really well. They pay me well there. But I've kind of just stopped growing there. Like there's been a big lull of like, what's next? So that's kind of pushing me to do this even more. And Norm and I are getting married in June, and then we want to try to have kids shortly after we get married. And like, I want to be able to be home with my kids and just like all of the things, but I still want to provide for my family. I'm totally not the type of person that cannot work, or not provide. I'm like super independent. So I've always like paid for my own school, paid for my own rent, like started paying for all my own things as soon as I could, basically. So that was always something. It's like, how do I stay at home with my kids one day or have freedom, but still bring in money and provide? So this is kind of like the vehicle to help me get there, basically. So I just went all in and decided like, this is really fun and exciting for me. So like, why not just do it, So that being said, like everyone has a different why. I kind of want to just ask you guys a couple of questions before I kind of dig into like, hey, how do we actually hit Emerald? So I don't care, whoever wants to start, I'll unmute all you guys. The first question is, I guess Meg, I'll ask you first. What excites you about coaching?
Being accountable and helping others do what I'm doing. I think that I've quickly have seen like family members and close friends start committing to their health just from watching me, and saying that seeing my videos every day is super inspirational. So since starting doing that aspect, I've been way more motivated, and I think that's like keeping me going.
Yes, that's awesome. I love it. I feel like that pushes you even more, right? When you're like, wait, people are noticing what I'm doing, and like they're actually supporting me, and they actually aren't judging me. So
Yeah.
that's really cool. Sammy, what about you?
Okay, so same type of thing. I've grown up in a very sporty family. I've played sports my entire life, and health is very important to me. And I know I just got married not too far back, and I plan on having children as well. And my husband's not the healthiest person on the planet. And so I'm trying to, get that started, and hopefully he will latch on to that. But who knows? He's kind of a pain in the butt. But I want my kids to grow up, and be healthy and have all that instilled in them young. And my friends, they're starting to see it too. And I just like to spread the health and the fitness and help people, I guess.
Yeah, awesome. On that point, when I first started this, like Norm wanted nothing to do with the workouts. He's like, I'm not doing that. That's weird. And I know, Meg, you were shaking your head because like we talked about this, but he wanted nothing to do with it. And after like a year and a half, sorry, my dog is so annoying right now. He's barking. But
Same thing.
yeah. So, but after like a year and a half watching me like wake up early, work out, and like become happier and like change my life, he's like, wait, maybe I'll start doing this. So he actually gets up every morning with me now. Sometimes he'll work out with me. Sometimes he just goes to the gym. But once they watch you do it long enough, they're eventually going to be like, okay, I got to do this. So you'll inspire them eventually to do it.
All that I need to go to the gym and lift heavy weights, and I'm all like, oh, give me a freaking break. Like I'm sweating a lot more than you ever will in a gym.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
It's so funny because when Norm does like Beachbody workouts with me, like he's dying. Like he's sweating so much, and I'm like, do you work out like this at work? And he's like, no. Like he'll go in and like lift like heavy weights at work, and then like the other day he's like, or I asked him what he did at the gym. He's like, I did abs. I'm like, you just did abs, or like did you do something else? So I feel like he like goes there to do it because it's a little easier for him than like when he has to do Beachbody. So it's just so funny. But eventually you'll get him on board.
I'm hoping.
What about you, Audrey?
So I got started with Beachbody like through my mom. So like you guys all talk about like wanting to inspire your kids, and like you definitely will, because like my mom started it. And I remember I was at college, and when I came back, I was like, oh my gosh, like who is this lady? Like she lost so much weight, like doing 21 Day Fix. And like that really like sparked my motivation to do it. I guess like what excites me about coaching though is that like I love connecting with people and talking to people. So like I don't know, at first I was like, this is weird messaging people, but like I've gotten such good feedback, and like hearing I'm inspiring them and just like talking to people that I haven't talked to in a while, like that's kind of fun and cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel like I was so nervous when I started because I'm definitely more introverted. So like I can talk to people, but I also feel like I'm the type of person that didn't really used to love small talk. So it was just like super interesting for me when I started this, but now I love it because it's easy to talk to people about things that you like and things that are working for you. So that's really exciting. Okay, now my next question before we dive in, what makes you guys nervous about coaching?
Should I go first?
Yeah, Meg, you can go first.
All right. So I've already had basically posting on social media was very, very scary for me. I've since like started to try and follow other coaches who are a little bit further into their business, that I can kind of just see how they're sharing their experiences. And they talk a lot on their stories, and that terrifies me. Just thinking every day, like, what am I going to talk about? Having everybody I've ever known on my Instagram following me and hearing me talk every day is scary. So I think I'm trying to like navigate that aspect at the moment.
Yeah, I know that is like I told you guys at the beginning, when I saw Brittany talking on her stories, like I was almost uncomfortable for her. I like pictured myself doing that, and I'm like, nope. And honestly, when I signed up, I had a one-on-one call with her, and she was like, yeah, you should post on social media, you should do this. And I was like, yeah, this whole thing sounds really good, but I'm not doing the social media part. And she's like, okay, like you can do whatever you want, it's your business, I'm just going to tell you what works. And believe it or not, like here I am, like almost 3 years later, and I post every day. But my first post that I did, I literally posted it and threw my phone under the bed for like 4 hours and like ran away from it. And then finally I like checked my phone. I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. People are like commenting good things. Like this is actually really cool. So I like, even talking on my story, it seems like it's really easy for me now. But going back to when I first started, I didn't talk on my stories and like show my face on there talking probably for a year, to be honest with you, because I was just like super nervous about it. But you get comfortable, and then eventually you're just like, screw it, I'm just going to do it. And then people like actually like it, and people, that's like kind of how people will look at you as more of an influencer. Like they want to hear about your life and the things that make you you, and not just like the health and fitness stuff. So sharing things about like your dog or your significant other or anything really, like your other job, like all things that make people relate to you is really what is going to connect people to you. And most of the time people buy things from people that they like, they trust, and they can relate to. So think of it that way too. Like you don't have to become like any type of fitness robot or just share about like Shakeology and your workouts. Like you can share about everything. So that took me a little bit to do, but now it's like I get more engagement on my stories that I'm like talking about Norm or like sharing a picture of Norm. Like for some reason, Instagram loves love. So like anything you share about a significant other, like it just blows up. So just keep that in mind too when you're sharing. Like it can be little things like going out to date night or just things that people may like ask you a question. Oh, like where did you guys go out to eat, or what movie did you see, or how long have you guys been together? Like that type of stuff. So even doing like polls on your stories or like that question box and stuff is kind of cool, because then it kind of gets people engaging. So that's always fun and like a way to put more things on your story without having to talk. So, but you'll get there.
And I guess mine, if I'm next.
Yeah.
I guess it's not so much talking on my story because I kind of do it for work. So I'm kind of getting used to it, you know, and this is easier for me to talk about than insurance because it's boring and trying to engage people in that sense. So this comes easier to me, I guess. But mine is people throwing shade and the judgment. That's what scares me, because I know I've done that to people who are posting that same thing every day. And it's like, it's such a world of people that just hate on people. And I want to spread more positivity in kind of like all aspects of my life. And this is kind of a place to do that too. Cause in mine, if I feel great and look great, then I am a more positive person type of thing. So I just know, how people can be. And I guess that's what scares me most.
Yeah. Honestly, both of your guys' fears so far so much were my fears. And I'm still definitely a person that cares what people think. But I think personal development helped me a lot with that. And I can give you guys like a bunch of recommendations. But I kind of just was like, because I did judge people that were Beachbody coaches. I'm not going to lie. But again, I feel like I wasn't in the best headspace. I was obviously like not healthy and happy because I felt the need to judge everyone else. And it's like when people are judging you, it's pretty much kind of an insecurity that they see in themselves that they're reflecting back on like whatever you're doing because they're uncomfortable. And so I kind of had to like look at that like, wow, I did judge people that were like talking on their stories about the same thing. But then at the same time, the people that want to hear your stuff will keep listening to it, and the people that don't won't. And kind of think of like your Instagram or like your feed and like your stories is kind of like your storefront, and people choose to watch that. People are choosing. So if they're choosing to watch you and engage in your stuff, you're doing something right. And if there's always going to be people that are going to judge you or be rude or be mean, but that's on them and not you. So I feel like the more you read like personal development or listen to podcasts that are just like, literally you're a badass, like you want, you can do anything, like you can turn this into a multi-million-dollar thing if you want to, you just have to believe that you can do it. And I think that was more where I was a little bit nervous. It's like, can I really do this? And then the more I read about it and then compounded actions over time, it's just like, okay, like this thing's like starting to work. Even like you guys sharing on your stories, like all of you have people interested. Sammy, you have 3 girls that have already like joined you on workouts and a friend that's working out on Zoom already. Like that's so exciting. So it's just like, imagine what that could look like for you in 6 months, in 8 months, in 10 months.
And speaking of Cassidy, because that's the one, she wants to be a coach, but she has some questions. So then, of course, I have some questions because, I don't know everything. So, yeah, so she's thinking of that, and she tells me that, like every day it's just so awesome and they're just so nice and, and all this stuff. And because our job, we get screamed at by people daily, you're taking my money, and so like, we're very like standoffish, like people are going to like attack us, you know what I mean? So it's so nice to have all these people there, like cheering you on type of thing.
Yeah. So she gave you feedback, like from being in like the Fit Fam group, like everyone's so nice. Like I really like it. Yeah. That's the thing. Like if you can get people to actually like engage and show up in there, not everyone that you sign up will. Like some people are just more private and don't want it. But I always recommend like to anyone I sign up, like stay engaged, like comment on people's stuff, like put your struggles in there. Like everyone in there is like literally checking it every day to like see who they can make feel better or see if they can share something that's going to help someone out. So I think that's really great that that's already reflecting on her so much. And we can totally chat too about any questions that she does have. And I have a webinar that I recorded with another coach, like she's like 2 levels above me. But we recorded a webinar that kind of talks about our stories and a little bit about what we do. So you can totally send that to her and use that as a tool to anyone that maybe wants information on coaching too.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Audrey, what about you?
I guess so. Like I had one girl who like used Beachbody, and she kind of like had the coach who just like used her for the money, and I was like so thrown off. I like didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my gosh, like what do you mean you had a negative experience? Like I love Beachbody. Like I live, breathe Beachbody. Like I was like, what do you mean? And so I was like trying to explain to her, and she's like, yeah, like she told me there's gonna be a fit group, and she like just sold me all this stuff, and I don't even know what it does. And I was like, you need to like drop her. And so I guess like my fear is like dealing with that more because I like panicked. Like I'm a Beachbody lover, so I was like, oh my gosh, like what do you mean you don't like this?
Yeah. Well, on that, like react like that. because like if you just are authentic and like pour your heart into your soul into like what you're talking to people about, like people can sense that, and people can sense like when you're being fake, but you're obviously so true when you say that. So I mean, it opens a good opportunity for you to kind of dig into like more of their struggles, more of their needs, and like how you can actually help them. And you'll get that. I mean, I had a girl who, she actually graduated with my brother. She's been a Beachbody coach for a few years and just on a different team, but she had reached out to me like last week and said, hey, I don't know if I can switch to your team or what, but I kind of fell off the wagon. My team doesn't do anything. My coach doesn't like host groups. Did you guys hear the dog? He's got a ball and it's probably under the couch, but he can wait. So she's like, can I switch to you? Like, I'm not enjoying the experience anymore. And you really can't switch to a new coach unless you cancel your coach account for 6 months. So she canceled her coach account and she is going to wait 6 months, and now she's going to be in our Fit Fam, and then she's going to sign back up. So it's like, in Colleen in our group, the blonde, she also, when I connected with her, she was a discount coach for another team and didn't have a good experience, and she canceled her coach account, and then 6 months was June and she re-signed back up. So like, you'll inspire people enough where they'll be like, I won't do anything for 6 months. I'll work on myself and then I'll sign back up. So there's always an opportunity to turn someone else's like negative experience into a positive one for that person and for yourself. So that's really cool. Okay, so let's talk about Emerald. So I feel like there's this like big scary like stigma around like, oh my God, I have to be Emerald, or it's so hard to be Emerald. It's really easy, but it's just like, you just got to take the actions to get there. 1 second.
So are all you from around where she lives?
I am.
Yeah, I'm in Royal Oak too, so
Okay.
I think all three of us are.
Okay.
Okay, we got the ball. You're going to see a ball like come in front of me probably now because he's going to throw it. But anyways, I feel like Emerald is super easy, but we make it seem so hard because it's like, oh my God, I have to sign up a coach. Like, I don't know how to sign up a coach. Like, I don't even know how to explain what a coach does because you're so new, you know? So for me, I think I hit Emerald like the first 2 days that I signed up as a coach, but not because I was better than anyone or because I knew what the hell I was doing. Like, I did not know what I was doing, but my coach was like, listen, sign 2 people up. You sign them up as a discount coach, and you just let them know, like, you don't actually have to be a coach, but I'm going to sign you up this way because if you decide you're going to fall in love with it long term, it just makes the most sense. It's the same initial sign up cost, but you get a discount on future things. If you decide that, okay, I hate it after 3 or 4 weeks, which they won't. Cole, come on, dude, I'm having a call. If you decide that you hate it after like 2 or 3 weeks, you don't have to keep the coach account. You can cancel it. You don't have to get shakes again, whatever you want. So that's kind of what I did. But my first 2 people that I signed up were my mom and my sister. So my mom didn't actually want anything, to be honest with you. But I told her, I was like, listen, I'm like really trying to hit this goal. I really want to hit Emerald because that's what I told I'm supposed to do to be successful to start off. Would you be interested in buying this challenge pack? Like, you don't actually have to be a coach, but you can get the workouts, you can try shakes. Like, she was trying to get healthier anyways, and she was trying to become a little bit better herself. This is going to happen the whole time. She was trying to get better herself. So she's like, you know what? Yeah, I'll buy it. I'll support you. She's like, I don't know how involved I'll be, but if this is something you need me to do for you, like, I'll do it. It's not like she wasn't getting anything. She got Shakeology. She got a year of workouts. I think she did like the yoga and stuff. And then my sister, I called her and was like, listen, this is what I'm doing. It's been awesome. I got great results. I'm like literally in this challenge group. I just still don't really know what I'm doing, but I want you to do it with me. You can join our challenge group. You don't have to if you don't want to. You'll get these shakes. She lives in LA. She's super busy all the time and like probably gets fast food like 3 times a day because she doesn't have time. I'm like, these shakes are perfect for you. Like, you can just drink them on the go. And she's like, okay, sure, I'll sign up. So they both signed up, and then I was Emerald, and it was that easy. Like, we all have like a family member or a cousin or a sister or a friend that can benefit from this. We all do. And it seems scary to ask them, but it's so much less scary to ask someone to do this for you if they know that, hey, I'm trying to build this business. I'm really looking for your support. and I really think that you would like this. You'd like the shakes, you'd like the workouts. And I wouldn't share this with you if I like didn't like it or it wasn't working for me or if I thought it was like something that you shouldn't do. So that's what I did. And my goal after I did that was every like 3 or 4 weeks to sign up another person as a discount coach so that you continue to like replace the person in case they decide like, hey, I'm not going to get shakes this month, or hey, I'm going to cancel my coach account. Then you're always safe because you have someone replacing that person. And like, as I was replacing those people were loving the shakes. People were loving the workouts. People weren't canceling. So then I was like, wow, I can like build a diamond now, which is like the second rank advance. So the more you like, the goal is just to keep hitting emerald in your business and like teach your people to hit emerald. And then you can very easily become a diamond coach and like transform your business. So yes, it seems scary, but at the same time, it's just 2 people. And like, we put this scary thing on it, and you don't have to like know what you're doing. If they're like, hey, what's the $15 coach fee? All you have to say is it's just the $15 that Beachbody charges to be associated as a coach. You still are saving 25%. Shipping alone is $15. And when you're on Home Direct with shakes, shipping's $2. So it's basically like covering your shipping cost. So that's literally how I did it. And that's kind of how I train everyone to do it. Something that I wish I did earlier was sign up my significant other. Oh, you are a psychopath. He literally just threw the ball into the door and it like flung all the way over there. So signing up a significant other is also a thing that I wish I did earlier in the business, but I didn't. Colt, come on, just get out. Come on, get out for a little bit. He's like, no. Where is it? Where's the ball? I'm trying to. No, it's not in here anymore. You gotta go out. Okay, so signing up Norm. I wish I would have done it earlier because now that I did, I signed up a year ago. But I'm like building a second business under him. But like my own business is like earning income, double the income, because I'm getting the income from his account and then also the income from my own account. So at first I was like, well, I don't want to like have to keep him active and like get him Shakeology too because he doesn't drink it. But I purchase everything through Beachbody. I drink Energize, I eat the beach bars, I have Recover, I have Hydrate. I have literally everything that I can use the Beachbody that I like. So I purchase it through Norm's account instead of my own. So I get my Shakeology on my own account and then everything else I buy under his, because everything that you purchase or anyone purchases, there's like a volume point associated with it. So let's say for like Shakeology, like when you guys get your Shakeology, it's 90 volume points that is like put into my bucket of volume. So every time you sell a challenge pack, anyone like below you sells anything, Beachbody gives you these points and you can earn money off the points. So every 200 points on one side and 100 on the other side equals 1 cycle, which for an Emerald coach, that's $14. For a Diamond coach, it's $18. So let's say that you are buying your other products under your husband's account, fiance's account, boyfriend's account. Your other account is accumulating volume for that. So you're making additional money off of every purchase that is purchased under that account. So it's just kind of a no-brainer if you're buying other things through Beachbody to do that. And then also now, Norm's account is the way I've kind of built it and set it up. He's now seeing the volume from everyone that I sign up on my right side. So he has enough volume on one of his legs to cycle like 55 times right now. So 55 times 14 puts a nice perspective on the money that you're just bringing in on a significant other account that's doing absolutely nothing. So definitely great to sign them up early and a way to get halfway to Emerald very quickly in your business. Again, I wish I would have done it earlier because I'd have a lot more volume on his leg for that. So that's a way to, again, get there quickly. And then as you start to grow the business, a lot of the money is in the team cycle bonus. So let's say you sign up Cassidy, Sammy, and then everything that happens in Cassidy's downline, whether she signs up a coach or a customer or anything, you get volume points for that. So like you start to earn money that way.
Which, and
Oh.
she's thinking about being a coach because she has her best friend and her dad who's wanting to do it. So
Yeah. So she signs up as a coach. She can sign them up as
mhm.
coaches, and then she's Emerald already. And so it's kind of like the whole idea is like build Emerald tribe. So like continue to hit Emerald in your business and teach your people to hit Emerald. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I'm Diamond. Like, and then like I've talked to Meg about this before, but once you get deeper into the business and you hit Star Diamond, which just means that you are a Diamond coach and you have a Diamond coach below you on your team, you become 1-star Diamond. So let's say you all hit Diamond and I'm then 3-star Diamond. Once you hit 2-star, the company starts giving you a quarterly bonus. So it's insane. So the 2-star bonus, I think, is like anywhere from like $2,000 to $3,000 a quarter that you just get in like an additional bonus on top of your commissions and your team cycle bonus. Now, when you hit 5-star Diamond, that goes up to like $5,000 or $6,000. When you hit 10-star Diamond, that goes up to about $15,000 a quarter. And then when you become a Superstar Diamond, you're making about $35,000 to $50,000 a quarter in additional bonuses, which is like insane.
Wow.
So I didn't know all that when I started, but I like to like paint that picture because it's crazy, like insane. And it's like you're doing something that you already really like, and you're inspiring people, becoming a light for other people, and you have the ability to like live a life of freedom. So it's like, why not try it? No matter what, like you can't fail if you don't give up, you know? And there's a lot of people in the business, like we do like team calls, like with the bigger team on Tuesdays. Like there's top 10 coaches that are doing calls for us that like talk about how they bought 3 lakes on like Lake Tahoe, or 3 lake houses on like Lake Tahoe. And like the amount of stuff, like people that love their jobs, but they're like, I kind of want to do this because I really love it. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm like retiring my husband. And that's all like long-term goal stuff, but that's like a vision that's possible, but it starts with hitting Emerald. So like you hit Emerald, you hit Diamond, you teach people to hit Emerald and to hit Diamond, and then all of a sudden you have this momentum and you blow up a business pretty much, which is really cool. So, sorry, my throat is like so scratchy. Do you guys think that you all know 2 people that would support you, want to try this with you, and like be there for you to hit Emerald?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We all do. That's why I was like, oh my God, I'm making this so hard. When I started, I'm like, I should call my mom and call my sister. Like they'll do it. They'll drink the shakes. They'll try it. So, I mean, that's really it. It's if you keep it super simple, you don't overthink it, you don't overcomplicate it. Like they don't have to be a coach. They don't have to know what they're doing. I hit Diamond and still had no one actually working the business. Like I just had like a friend that signed up a friend and her sister. They wanted the discount and she became an Emerald. And then I became Diamond. So we make it seem like you have to like be this crazy leader to be an Emerald coach or be a Diamond coach, but you don't. You become one because like you learn how to like talk to people and how to share your journey and how to like inspire people to keep going. But you don't have to know how to do that now to even be a 1-star Diamond coach, you know? So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that you want to try to make it happen by the end of February?
Oh yeah, I think I could right now.
I think I could right now.
Well, my mom signed up, but she didn't do the challenge pack at the time or whatever as the coach, but she would easily do it if I just said, hey mom, can you change it so I can, make some money or something? And she'd go, oh yeah. So, and then Cassidy, she's already asking about it. So I think it'd be pretty easy.
Yeah. And for someone like Cassidy, she just did like the Beachbody On Demand, right? She doesn't have, maybe she got it as a gift, right?
She did from her dad, and she has the shakes too, because she initially bought the shakes through me, but I didn't really know how it worked, so I just
yeah.
bought it, and then she paid me back, and then you're like, you could have got. I'm like, oh, I'm not thinking.
Colt.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened with hers, but
so you should ask her. She'd probably, I would assume she got a challenge pack, but you could always send her like just a link to buy the shakes. or you can, if she bought a challenge pack, or anyone that buys a challenge pack, when you sign up a coach without any purchase, it's $40 to be a new coach. But if you have a challenge pack purchase in like the past, it gets waived. So you could technically sign her up as a coach. She could get the $40 back, and then she could order Shakeology or order the performance line or order something to become active and get 25% off too.
Okay.
With that discount. So that's something you could ask her, and then you could tell her, like, you don't have to actually know what you're doing right now, but A, it'll help me, and B, it'll get you started if you wanted to give it a shot.
I've already told her I'm the most not blunt person, but I don't sugarcoat anything. I said, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You know, I said, so I'll ask my coach and then we'll go from there. And she's like, okay, sounds good. Cause I've learned if you're just truthful to people, they like you a lot more than feeding them lies, you know, and
Oh yeah.
stuff happens. So I'm like, I have no clue, but I'll find out.
I'll find out. I'll get the answer. I'll get it for you, but I don't know it.
Yeah.
Literally, that's when I started, you guys. I'm not kidding. I was a chicken with my head cut off in this business. Like, I was like messaging people, then I'm sending screenshots to my coach. Like, how do I answer this? What do I say? Like, what do we do? I was literally like asking her those things, and she's like, okay, say this. And then like a few months later, I'm like, wow, I don't really need your help anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do for some things, but they're different things now, you know?
Yeah.
So you guys have me as like a resource for that. Like, don't feel bad texting me, calling me, sending me a Facebook message, whatever it may be, because like I've been there. And like my goal at the beginning of your business is to like be inside your business with you the whole time, because it makes it less scary. It's easier to like get help, and you never feel lost or alone. And then honestly, sometimes you just need a pep talk. Like, people are telling you no, like I'm getting really down on myself, and then I'll help make you feel better about it. But I know that all three of you guys can become Emerald fast, and you can do it, and it won't be hard. It won't be too scary, because we all know someone. Meg, I know you said that your mom was thinking about getting started. You have a couple friends. Funny story. So I always message all my new followers and just say, like, thanks for following me. Like, I hope you enjoyed my page. Like, are you on a health and fitness journey? Something like super short and sweet. And I messaged someone, and she's like, yeah, I'm actually good friends with Meg. She told me to follow you. She sent me the free workouts. I'm really excited to try them. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, you should totally try them. Like, she sent me on vacation. I don't know. I can't remember what her name was.
Yeah,
A childhood friend of yours?
Nina, probably.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, you should get on a Zoom with us, and like just like totally pumping her up. And she was like, yeah, I'm totally gonna try it when I get home. It's her, get her. But we all know someone. Audrey, I know that you get everything under the planet from Beachbody, like all the things. So like that's totally something that you could do under your boyfriend's account.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that. But I have a question. How do you, okay, so I had this one girl, and she was like, she wanted to get the challenge pack. She was like totally gung-ho ready. And then like I had asked her like if she wanted to sign up, like a discount member, whatever. And then when she asked for details, like she totally ghosted me. And I've like messaged her on Instagram, and I've texted her, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I literally am like, where did you go? Like, what do you do? Because like, I was like, okay, well, I could have like hit Emerald. Like, I could have signed her up, and then like.
Oh yeah, you're waiting for the other person, right?
That's what I've been thinking, but like she totally like ghosted me, and I was like, girl, like we were in the same sorority. Like I know you, you know me. Like I'm not gonna steer you wrong. Like I literally would do these. We had like crossover weekends, and I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna go do this workout. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, just come do it with me. Like I did them there. Like they know what they are.
Yeah. So here's what I have to say about that. People are gonna ghost you, even if you know them. Colt, seriously. 1 second, gotta get the ball. You guys, this is my life. Welcome to it. Like, I told Norm, like, I can't be home alone with the dog all day. And he's like, wait till there's kids. All right. Right here. We're going to go play out there. It's whoever watches this recording is going to be like, what the hell is going on this call? But, okay, that's going to happen. And it's people are scared. That's why. She's not ready. So she's blowing you off, not to be mean or not because you're a bad person, but because she probably isn't ready and she's nervous. So I would just say, like, do not count anyone as a win until it's a win is kind of what I like to say. Like, people talk a big game and they say they want to sign up. Like, I have people who I've sent enrollments to from 6 months ago that still have not filled them out. So I would say don't like count on anyone signing up until they sign up. And I also like kind of let go of the pressure on myself to like, if someone doesn't sign up, that's okay. I don't need you to sign up. I've got so many other people. Even if you don't, just like tell yourself like, there's someone else. I don't need this person. And eventually she will come back and be like, okay, I'm ready. And then it'll be better for both of you, because then you won't feel like you're dragging her along to something that she doesn't want. Oh, honestly. Okay, anytime, another side story, like anytime I'm doing something of importance, he has to do this.
No, you will see, because we have like the exact same dog pretty much. Mine's a girl though.
Yeah.
And she, every morning I work out. She has this like anxiety attack where she licks my hardwood floor and my wood coffee table. And I thought I had a long talk to her. I'm getting Zoom. We will not do this because they are going to hear me bitching a fit, like to tell her to knock it off. Like she's a freaking kid. Like I am constantly like, Tegan, get it together.
Yeah, this is what we're playing with right now. This ball. But anyways, I like to release like the pressure on myself for that. Keep talking to people. You don't need her. When she's ready, she'll come to you, and I just wouldn't take it personally. You can't say, I would say you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So maybe you know, like I've word vomited on people before and like said too much, or like thought I screwed it up because I said too much, but that's not a thing. She knows you well enough that like she actually knows you as a person. So I would say just wait until she comes back along, but just keep following up with her. Maybe like every 3 weeks or something. Send her a message. Hey, like I'm still here for you. I totally don't know what happened. Maybe you changed your mind, but if you decide you want to do this, I'm still here for you. Something like that.
Okay.
Super sweet and genuine. And then a logistical thing, like once you hit Emerald, to technically like be considered like an Emerald coach through the company. Okay, get out. You gotta get out. Get out. I'm not doing this anymore. A literal mom. You have to hold it for 6 weeks. Colt, here, get over here. Come on. Come here.
He's not budging.
No, he's like, what do you mean you're in here? My family dog is such a scaredy cat. Like if we yell at her, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not here. It's so funny. She freaks.
He's psycho. Anyways, you have to hold it for 6 weeks, which means that it makes it a little bit more challenging because like someone signs up, they're active for 5 weeks. So that's what I was saying. Like, let's say on week 5, like your mom's like, no, I don't want shakes again. She goes inactive. If she gets shakes again, she stays active. But that's why I, every 4 weeks, just try to add a new person so that you replace that person if they go inactive. If that makes sense. So, that's really Colt, get out of here. It's so bad. It's so bad. Get out. Go. He doesn't listen to me or take me seriously. But if Norm were here, he would listen.
That's exactly me with CJ. She's downstairs right now because she loves him and like hates me, I guess. I don't know. But
Story of my life. But do you guys have any questions or anything in terms of like really anything business wise?
well, you answered a lot of like the fees and yeah, to stay active as a coach, I guess you answered that too. What are she texted me, Cassidy did, like the plans or something, and it says TV and PV. What's that?
Okay, so how does she know that? That's pretty good.
She just sent me a screenshot. I'm like, where'd you even find that at?
I don't know what that is. Like what?
Yeah, so PV. So you know how I said like those.
You can see that. It's
PV,
probably.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. It's
Oh, okay. So
or something.
Oh, she's looking at like, okay, that was like the whole thing where I said when someone gets shakes, you get 90 points.
Okay.
So PV is like your personal volume. So that's like the point system that you get for like the things that you purchase. So like to be an active Beachbody coach, you have to have 52 PV every month, whether it's shakes, whether it's like pre-workout, whatever it is. So that every purchase has like a PV, a point volume associated with it. TV is team volume. So when you're a coach, and let's say you said like me signing up, let's say Meg is a coach, the team volume is different than the personal volume. So like the personal volume may be like 155 and the team volume may be 55, and the team is the number that like you get to cycle off of. So it's super logistical and kind of irrelevant as long as you know that you need 52 PV to be active yourself. That's all that matters.
Okay.
And like those points that I talked about, once like you're a coach, like they keep accumulating. So like for you, Sammy, like you've signed up, I probably signed up a bunch of coaches under you on that leg. Like if we were to put you in the online office, we can do this at another time, but you already are accumulating volume points from me. So like you'll start cycling as soon as like you build that other side. So like you continue to get those, but if you go inactive as a coach, you lose them all. Like you both probably, Meg and Audrey, probably both have points in there too that are just waiting for you to be emerald so you can start making money.
Okay.
So without being emerald, it just kind of sits there. And then once you hit emerald, you can finally start to like pay it out.
Okay. How do you like find new people to follow? Like that's my biggest thing. I have like my circle that I know, but like I'm trying to reach out like and build relationships. Like how do you find these people? Because you have a ton of followers.
So when I started, I had like 900, I think. So it's been a process, but I go to like, so if you go to like your explore page on Instagram, like usually it's stuff that you like or like things that you follow or like people that like similar things that you like. Like I'll go to a page, let's say like for me right now, because I'm getting married, I went to like my bridal shop's Instagram page and like was looking at the people liking their stuff or looking at the location, who was tagging the location, and literally just sending messages to people like, hey, like I hope you don't think I'm a crazy stalker, but I'm getting married in June. I saw that you like tagged a picture at Bridal Couture. Like, did you get your dress there? I just got my dress there last month. And then people love to talk about their weddings and it's fun. And then I can like get wedding advice from them. That's how me and Sammy connected over wedding stuff. I think I told you that I was like obsessed with your dress or something like that. But I like legitimately was. So the people that you're connecting with should be people that you actually want to connect with, rather than like just trying to message 100 people like, hey, your dog's cute. Like, you know, like you want to like get a little deeper than that. If they do have a cute dog, that's great. But maybe it was or like, I see you have a charcoal lab too. I know it's a rare breed. Like, how old is he or she or something like that? So think of places that like even swimming or ice skating for you, Audrey, like maybe dive into like ice skaters or look up locations like rinks that you skate at and people that maybe check in there, or maybe like your favorite bar or restaurant or like margarita place. Like there's so many things, or even like a let's say like a influencer that you really like. Maybe you follow an influencer, like look at who that influencer has engaging on their stuff. Like the people that are liking and following and like engaging in their photos are people that probably like similar stuff as you. So you just kind of gotta dive into that a little bit. I try to like follow like 10 to 15 new accounts every day. Not everyone follows me back, but that's okay. And then if people do follow me back, I just send them a really nice message and I can like text it to you guys so you know what it is. And then it just kind of starts a conversation. Or if like they have a story, like replying to people's stories, because you see that easily is a great way to connect with people. But I'll be honest, like if you start doing that now, that's really great, because when I started, I really tackled my warm market the most for like the first year. So like friends, family, Facebook friends, people I went to high school with, like people that I was really afraid to reach out to. But those people are typically like pretty receptive of like your message because they know you. So I didn't like start actually connecting with like newer people until like a year in, which I don't suggest that by any means, because I think it's great to start doing that now. But definitely take advantage of your warm market. And like any posts that you do right now, like inviting everyone who likes those posts or comments on it, and just be super genuine. right out of the gate when I first signed up, that's how I was like hitting high numbers, is just signing up friends and high school people and like friends of friends. So that's definitely a good way to get started too. And you can kind of work through that list for a while. Like for me, I still go back to like the list, maybe like every month I keep track of everyone I invite. And I still go back and like re-invite people every single month. I've invited some people 8 or 9 times. And on the 9th time, they're like, okay, I'm ready. Like Meg, how many times did I invite you?
A lot.
A lot. And then Meg came to me, guys. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like people are going to tell you no and tell you no. And just remember, like you're planting a seed with them. Like, did I think Meg would sign up? I wasn't sure. But like, I think I kept like, okay, like I don't know if like you want to do it now, but like, I'm still here if you want to do it.
Mhm.
And I remember, I don't know if I told you this, Meg, I was like going through a follow-up list and I had your name on it. And I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to ask her this time. Like, I don't think she's going to want to do it. And you messaged me the next day.
Oh my
So,
God.
yeah. So it's like, don't count people out, because like, if you wouldn't have messaged me and like had the courage to do that, like I just did you a disservice by not following up with you, basically.
Yeah.
You know? So just remember that when you get no's, like it's usually a not right now, or it's a, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but now I'm going to watch you and see what you're doing and see if I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you guys have like, so my biggest thing, and it's so frustrating, is like the people, they'll talk to you and like, I don't really message anybody. I kind of haven't, you know, because I kind of told you up front, like I'm just kind of trying this for myself and I'm not, you know, really trying to get anybody on my team. But people would message me, and then as soon as I like tell them the price, it's like, oh, well, you
Yeah.
know, type of thing. And it's like, we have these lifestyle nutritions around here, or like an Akron nutrition. It's like the Herbalife
Oh, I've
drink.
heard of that.
And they make them how like we do, you know, they make them with little stuff on the top or make them fancy and taste good and stuff. But they'll go out and spend their cash on that every freaking day, but they won't, you know, buy the Shakeology or a fitness, you know, routine programs to make them any better. But they turn stuff down like that, but they go out and they spend hundreds of dollars on.
Those like sugary drinks, they're so bad for you actually. Like I didn't know, like I don't know, like I had this whole conversation with my coworker because she like spends a fortune. She like does Orange Theory, she just got a yoga membership, and she has a nutritionist. And I was like, I have all of that for way less than what you pay. And then on top of that, she's like, did you see we got this Encore shake? And I was like, you don't go there. Like, don't do that. You don't need that.
Well, and I did the math because I was going to the gym prior to me getting married, and I did the math, and I'm like, this is cheaper than me going to the gym. Like, and I get a bunch of other things included. And you know, because you go to a gym, you kind of stand around, you talk to people, it's just like a slower pace thing, and you think you're just killing it, you know. So but people are so easy to spend that money, and they just like think this is a joke or something. I don't know. It's very frustrating because it's
Usually,
a lot cheaper in my mind.
right. So I think like usually when there's a price objection, it's the price is not really the problem. It's like a deeper fear, because like Brittany, who's in our group, so I signed her up. Her and I have been connecting for a little bit, and she had originally said, you know, I'm saving for my wedding. Like this sounds really great, but I can't afford it right now. So then I sent her like the free workout. She tried the free workouts and she loved it. And then like after like a few weeks of doing the workout, she was like, I really need this. She was like, you know, I'm trying to lose weight. I would love to. I think she shared on her story, if you guys follow her, she had said like this is exactly what she needed, but price was the initial objection. But really it was like she didn't trust me yet.
Mm-hmm.
So like once you get someone to trust you and build that trust, like offer the free workouts to everyone.
And
I
how
can
do you get those?
I'll email them to you. So I have like an email that has like the list of all of them. Audrey, I think I sent it to you. Meg, I sent it to you, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to both of you.
Cool.
They're game changers. Like I had this like a guy of all things. Like I didn't think guys like were interested in this, and he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I have a free workout. And he was like, can you email me that? And I was like, sure. Like Okay.
I'm like, what? What? You want this?
Yeah, and he's like, if you gotta really dial in your nutrition, he's like, you're gonna be shredded doing stuff like that. And I was like, thank you. Like I've got that all under control.
Oh, thanks.
And I was like,
Yeah.
have you ever thought about being a coach? Like you're really motivated.
Hey, ask him. That would definitely be a different dynamic. Look at a guy in the team, But yeah, like send those free workouts and then invite them to join us on Zoom.
Okay.
Then they're literally like, oh my God, like she's giving me free workouts. She's making sure I get my ass up. She wants me to succeed. She's literally on here at 5:30 in the morning waiting for me. And that is like really big. Like I've signed up 3 or 4 people after sending them a free workout and inviting them on Zoom for a week. So totally a way to kind of twist that for people.
How do you, like, out of your current followers, like, how would you reach out to them do you just like reach out to them to like build a relationship? Are you like commenting on their things, or just reaching out to random people who you like who you see are following and liking?
Right. So anyone, like to me, anyone who's like engaging in your stuff, liking your stuff, watching your stories is like very fair game to invite them. They're definitely engaging in your stuff and they're choosing to. They still may not be interested. So like my followers, yeah, anyone that likes my stuff, I invite them.
Okay.
And I always like say it like, hey, I'm not sure if this is something you're interested in, but I appreciate your support that you're constantly giving me. I'd love to share more about my little Fit Fam group with you if you have any goals. If not, no pressure, but I figured I should ask.
Okay.
And then anyone like new connection type people, like that are like new people that I don't already know, I try to build the relationship first. And when they follow me, I ask them like, are you into health and fitness? Because if you go to my Instagram, you can tell that I am. So that could be a reason why they're following me. And like that typically will bring up a need right away. Like, yeah, like I'm really trying to get back into it. Or yeah, I am. Like I've been on this journey for like 4 years. And it kind of just opens up a conversation that like flows very easily. And then like another thing that I really like to do too is when you're connecting with someone or new people, even people that you already know, like ask them what they do for work. And usually people either complain about their job or like say they really love their job. And then that they're usually going to ask you back what you do. And then you can say like, oh, I do this, and then I do health and fitness coaching on the side. So like I kind of have a story, like my story that I've kind of like typed up of, oh, is that the dog? Did she hear him?
She's coming in here interviewing. I'm like,
but I have like saved in my notebook on my phone, like when someone Colt, oh my gosh. When someone asks what I do for work, I like share what my job is, and then I talk about how I started health and fitness coaching on the side, and how it's done A, B, and C for me. And then usually like, that's so cool. Like, how'd you get started on that? And then you can invite them. Or like, oh, you don't like your job or you need more money? Okay, well, I have something that could potentially change your life. And just like kind of ease into it. So it's just like, it takes practice. That's all. Anyone else have questions?
That's my biggest thing, because you work a job too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said you were there for like 2 days straight.
Yeah, over the weekend, yeah.
How do you balance? That's like my biggest thing, because like me and Cassidy actually are planning on buying the business together.
Right.
And she has a young daughter who's 10 months, and we plan on trying to get pregnant at the end of the year. So it's like, that's a part of my fear too, is how am I going to make time? And I don't want to be on my phone constantly, because I already like am, during my 9 to 5 job. So when I come home, I want to be with my husband or my family,
Right.
That's like my biggest struggle is I have the most energy, I guess, during my work hours, but I'm not really supposed to be doing anything during my work hours, except, my job. But
so
it's hard to balance, I guess.
Yeah, so that's something that I kind of like struggled a little bit at the beginning, but first thing that you should do is like get super clear on like why you're doing this. So like think deeper than extra money, think deeper than like I want to change people's lives, or yes, I want to like stay at home or be able to like work from home 2 days a week when I have kids. or I want to be able to have financial freedom to take my family on vacation someday, or I want to, like, those types of things that are like super deep. Think of those things. And then also for me, waking up early and working out has helped me a lot. So I wake up at like 4:45 or 5, and I start my workout at 5:30. So, but from 5 to 5:30, I will follow new accounts. I'll answer some messages. I'll try to send some invites. So I'll try to get some stuff done like before I even start my workout. So then I'll do my workout. So or read my book during that 30 minutes, whatever it is. Then I'll do my workout, and then I typically leave for work around like 7:15, 7:20. So if I get ready quick and I dry shampoo it, I have an extra like 10 minutes where I can sit there where I'll do like my workout videos, or you can squeeze in a lot if like you're really intentional. So then I also get an hour lunch break at work usually. So I'll go sit in the boardroom and I'll send some invites, or I'll use that lunch hour, and then like we have a tracker too that I can send to you that you can use too if you want to when you're ready. It kind of tells you the things that you should be doing to be successful. But I do try to get everything on that tracker done. And then when I get home from work, I like am super just clear with Norm on like, okay, I'm going to be working. I'm going to do this from like 7 to 8, or I'm not going to do anything on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but Monday and Friday, or probably not Friday, but like Monday and Thursday, let's say, I'm going to come home, we're going to eat dinner, we're going to both be on the couch watching TV, but I'm going to ask Norm, is it okay if I have my laptop out? Like, I'm going to send some invites. Or just like being super clear and intentional about it, but let him know why you're doing it too. Because I didn't do that at the beginning, and Norm was like, can you please get off your phone? Like, why are you always on your phone? So now he knows like what my goals are and how it can benefit both of us. And it like becomes fun. So to be honest with you, like sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna be on my phone, but I'm like, I kind of want to see like someone message me back, you know? So then it becomes like you like really start to love it, which then you want to make more time for it. But you literally can do the daily things to build a business in under an hour a day if you're super intentional.
Okay.
So I would say just like maybe plan out, like this is the planner, by the way, that I have. It's called the Rise Up Planner.
Okay.
But it has like, I'll show you guys. Like it has, I'll show you last week. It has like hour by hour of like what is going on in the day.
Oh, nice.
So like I literally write in there like me time in the morning, work 7:15 to 5, drive home, dinner, meal prep, business hour 7 to 8:30, 8:30 to 10 unplug. So then I'm like, okay, I actually do have time to do something if I'm intentional about it. So you just kind of got to figure out what works for you, and it's cool because it's your own business, so you can do what you want. You know, if you want to work for 2 or 3 hours one day a week after work and that's what you want to do, like that's your choice for sure. So I mean, I wouldn't say that this consumes my life by any means.
Okay.
Like I eventually, like it probably will, but even like the days that I work 2 days a week, 1 to 2 days a week from home on my business now because I dropped hours at work, those days, like if I still wake up at my normal 5:30, do my stuff, I'm done with Beachbody work, but plus extra Beachbody work before noon. I have the whole day to do whatever I want after that. So, but sometimes I'll sit around and like clean the house and do laundry and do other things. And then it's like 4 o'clock. I'm like, wait, I haven't done anything yet. So it's just like, you just have to plan out your time really well. But as like you start signing people up and as you start like advancing your business and start making money, you're like, wow, I want to keep doing this. Like, I really want to keep doing this. So once you get those initial wins, it becomes more fun and it becomes like you want to share it with everyone because like Cassidy's life is going to change now. You know, the people you two sign up, like the lives are going to start changing and you're going to feel that. And it feels really good. Like it feels so good to hear all three of you like say like how much you love the challenge group and how much your other people are loving it. And it's just like, you want to keep sharing it because of that. So that type of stuff will push you too.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But it doesn't have to consume you. Like,
No, and I have, an hour lunch and stuff. It's just, I don't take it a lot of the time because I'm busy. But, yeah, I'm trying to get up earlier now so I can have my evenings and stuff to kind of relax more. And I definitely do have a lot of downtime from after I get done here to the time I leave for work. So that's when I should really like dig down into it.
mm-hmm.
I have to go into work.
Yeah, it's honestly, once you figure out what times of the days work best for you, then you'll be good.
Cool. I'm excited.
Hey, me too. And by the way, if you guys technically, like Meg and Audrey, I signed both of you up under Norm's business because I'm like building his business too. You're under me, Sammy. You're also under me, but like logistically, if the two of you, Audrey and Meg, hit Emerald and hold it for 6 weeks, Norm will be Diamond. So then, like, technically, our team is 1 star. So like, you get to be involved in the goal pretty much, which is really cool. In a way to push, and then everyone's involved in everyone's goals. Like technically, like someone can't be Diamond if you don't have 2 emeralds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool. It's cool because everyone contributes to everyone and can help like with the whole big, huge team goal, which is fun. Did I just make you guys nervous?
No, I just had one question about significant other. So like, I'm gonna sign up my boyfriend. He's like, I don't know, like, what does that mean I have to do? And I was like, I just need your name. But like, can I use my like same email, or do I have to use like a different email when I sign him up?
So you use a different email, but I like made Norm a Gmail account that I don't check, that I just used as his email so it didn't spam him, because like Beachbody sends you 100 emails a week.
Right.
But yeah, I would say don't wait anymore, because you're gonna have no problem keeping him active, and you're missing out on those volume points that you can cycle off of by buying it on your own account and not his.
Right.
So I would say like totally do it, and then you'll benefit down the road once you build that other side too.
Cool.
You guys have any other questions? I didn't think this would be an hour, but I'm glad that we're like asking questions and stuff. So I hope it's beneficial.
No, for sure. Like, I'm glad. I love our little group. Like, I
Me
like
too.
I tell my coworkers and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm part of this little group, and I just love them. Like, I don't know any of them, but I feel like I do.
I know, right? It's so funny.
But you do know them, though. That's the
Right.
thing. Like, I don't feel, scared to post myself after I have killed myself for an hour and I'm sweaty and because I know you guys don't care. We're all doing the same thing. We're all trying to work towards the same goal, and it feels like I know everybody, but I don't,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's like so cool. And like outsiders think it's crazy, like, but like once you're in, it's like a cult, like once you're in, it's like, oh my God, this is so cool. This is so fun.
Yeah.
But it's cool because like we all have the ability to like get to Audrey and Meg, we're all in the Royal Oak area. So like that's easier for us to get together. But like Summit, there's like, once people hit Diamond, I'm going to host a Diamond retreat. They're like up north at Norm's parents' cabin, or like at a place in Florida, and anyone who's Diamond like gets to come, and just like so much fun stuff like once we get there. But we all have to like work to get there, obviously. But the community and like the friendships and stuff are like honestly my favorite part.
Well, and that's why like I'm telling like Cassie and stuff, I'm all like, so these girls are not from around here, so I need to build my team here so we can maybe do like group exercises and hang out and like get my friends, because I would have to drive, I don't know, 5, 6
Right.
you guys, so it's just not as easy for me. But that's why I thought, oh, my friends and stuff, it would be fun to hang out and do stuff
Yeah.
in this aspect for Beachbody.
Yeah,
So
it's fun, and it becomes like you start to become a different person, kind of like, but in a really good way. Like you just don't really have time for people's bullshit anymore, because you're like, yeah, I'm on this like high train to good thing, so get out of my life now, So it just becomes like so different, and I would literally laugh at myself like 3 years ago at the words I'm saying, but like now I'm like, I was so judgmental and weird then, but now I'm like, Beachbody did this to me, and people are like not understanding that, but you guys get it. And if you make it your goal to make everyone else feel the way that you feel, like you will succeed. Like you can't fail if you have people that are changing their lives in any like aspect of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited to like see the type of people I attract, because like I feel a lot more positive, and like I just signed a lease for South Carolina, so I'm going down there for school.
Congrats.
And I'm like excited to see like who I attract there. Like versus who I attracted as friends like in my undergrad. Just because like I'm totally different. I have this like different energy. I'm just like way more positive about everything now. And I'm like, this is gonna be great. Like, I don't know, a year ago I would have never been like, oh, I'm gonna live by myself. Like, yeah, me and my boyfriend are gonna do long distance, but I'm just like so confident that I'm like, I can do this. Like, we can do this. Like, everything's gonna be great. So I'm excited.
That's so awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Now that can be your target. Look for people in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, like I have
Or like
been.
the school you're going
Like,
to.
I got a tour from this girl, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna be friends on Instagram.
Yeah, I love it. That's so awesome. Well, if you guys have like any other questions or anything, like text me, call me, whatever you want to do. Like I'm here for you. If you guys want to be very, very crazy and try to hit Emerald by Thursday, the office will update on Thursday, and like you officially become the rank on Thursday. So,
That's my goal.
that's my goal.
Working on it.
Happen.
I probably can get halfway by Thursday.
That's a good goal. That's a good goal. You can do
My
that.
whole thing, so with the fees, because Cassidy's asking about the fees.
Like the
I don't
$15.95.
want, I don't want her to like get turned away by it or anything like that. You said you had a whole thing about it, like explaining.
Yeah. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Cole, come on. We're like, I'm throwing this ball.
I like actually did the math because so like I'm a dork and I like love math, and so when I like calculated it out, even if all she does is Shakeology, like she will save, I think it's like, I can't remember, maybe like $15, like even with like that $15 fee, like with your 25% off, like the Shakeology, and then like getting the discount shipping, like you will save money. Like even if all she does is the shakes, but like most likely she'll like want the shaker bottles because they're like so nice, or she'll want like the bands or the sliders and stuff. Like I had somebody going like, what are you doing with those plates? And I'm like, what plates? And I was like, oh, the sliders. Like I was like, I'm not using plates. Like a good idea, I guess, but like I'm not doing that. But like I don't know, I just like, because I know like my mom and I have been doing it for so long, like I can't imagine not having the discount because we literally buy everything through Beachbody. Like we were probably Beachbody's like best customer. Like I should have done this a while ago because I spend so much money there.
So funny. Yeah, I would just say like, so $15.95 a month or whatever it is, $15.99 is like what the fee is to be a coach, and basically what that does in terms of like, if she wants to work the business, like Beachbody is giving her an online office. Beachbody is managing all the customer service in terms of like returns, calling, anything. Beachbody produces you a 1099, basically anything like behind the scenes, shipping, packaging. We don't have to have inventory. For $15 a month, Beachbody does that for you. And then in terms of like logistical price wise, like Audrey said, when you buy Shakeology at full price, it's like $130. Usually shipping on Shakeology is like $14 to $15 depending on where you're shipping to. When you have Shakeology and Home Direct as a coach, you get the 25% off, so it's like $99. And then with the $15 coach fee, it's $115. Normally $145 if she doesn't have that coach fee.
Okay.
And then she's a normal like client.
So really the fee,
It's like the same as paying for shipping.
yeah. So really you're still saving money, but they're just going to see that fee come out and think it's an additional, but it's really not.
No, and just so you guys know, like everything that you purchase, coach fee, any products as a Beachbody coach is a tax write-off for your business.
Oh.
So you should start keeping track of that, Audrey. But yeah, so like coach business fee, your Shakeology, workout clothes, gym equipment, new shoes, everything that you purchase that can be like used to market for your business is a tax write-off.
Like shoes, like you could go buy a pair of Nikes, or it has to be from Beachbody.
No, like a pair of shoes from Nike, or you can like gym memberships.
Like literally anything.
Anything.
If you bought a desk for your like Beachbody office, you could say that's like a write-off.
Yeah,
Really?
like I
I
bought
have like so many accounting friends. Like, I mean, I also took accounting, like didn't do so hot, but like my accounting friends, like I just give them stuff and I'm like, help me, like tell me what to do.
Yeah, like I bought a Mac desktop. I wrote that off. Your internet bill, your utility bills because you're working from home.
They don't question any of that?
Nope. And I have an accountant that I work with that is like an accountant for Beachbody coaches.
Wow.
Yeah. So like, put it in perspective, like I think like last year, well, 2018, because I didn't do my taxes yet this year. Colt, stop. 2018, I think I made like $14,000 or something with Beachbody, and I owed $400 for taxes after like my write-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I have
crazy.
no clue about that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So it's
Yeah.
very nice. So you can
I'm,
tell
I'm
that too.
like sold on that.
Right. You're like, all right, what do I do next?
Right. Because like when I coach skating, we don't pay like taxes or anything, but like I can literally buy myself a new pair of skates, which are thousands of dollars, and I'm like, hey, like I had to get these to coach, so like gonna write these off.
Wow.
Like it's kind of cool.
Norm's a coach, so like every time we go out to dinner, I save the receipt. It's a coach meeting. Like we're both coaches, so like I literally save receipts for everything.
And then all you got to do is just have your person or whatever accountant. We just turned in our taxes. We just do H&R Block. We don't have a lot of assets or anything like that, but it's just the house, you know, and our jobs. But you just add that stuff to that, and they.
Yeah. So basically I like keep a spreadsheet of like everything. So I have like my coach fee every month, my shakeout, all my products that I use. And then I have like miscellaneous like promotion things, or if you buy like thank you cards to send to clients, or like prizes for challengers, like any of that type of stuff. You basically just categorize it, and your accountant will tell you how to do that. And it's all business write-offs.
That seems too easy to be real.
I know, right? When he told me that, and I actually like sent him stuff, and this guy's like really good if you guys want his information, but he was like, that's all you have? Like, because I was like being like by the book, you know, and I was like, well, what categories seem low? Like, you know, and he was like, travel. So like anytime, like if you buy flights to like Summit, or like things for retreats, or like anything, like travel expenses, like all that stuff, like you're running a business.
So I'm going back down to Hilton Head this year in June with my family. I can't like write off me taking my car down there, right? Because it's really not a business trip.
Didn't you say your dad wanted to sign up?
Yeah,
like it's a coach's meeting.
Yeah, it's a coach meeting. Like if literally, or if your husband
drinking on the beach, you know, it's a great meeting.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, it's a retreat. Yeah, literally. But yeah, so I can like help you. Colt, you are literally annoying. God, I'm so annoying. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, if you guys have any other questions, again, don't feel like scared to ask me. I'm here for you guys. But I'm really excited, and I hope that this was beneficial for you guys.
That was. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It was
It was
working.
nice getting to talk to you guys.
I know. This is
Yeah.
our first like face to face.
Yeah.
The
Like
internet.
actually talking, not just sweating and working out and like dying.
Yeah.
Oh, today I was like, I don't want to do this, but people are watching me. They're not, but in my head you are.
Right.
Well, I don't do it through my TV. I still have to get all that taken care of. So it's through my laptop, and then this is through. So like I'm looking right at it, like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, they think I'm crazy. Like,
It's funny because like my laptop is on the couch, but my workouts are this way, so it's just my back to you guys every time, unless like I like turn to like, I don't know, like do anything like facing the other direction. But it's fun. Cool. Like, how are you not sleeping yet? Okay, well, I'm gonna end this. Otherwise, we'll talk all night. But thank you guys for hopping on, and sorry about Colt and like my son's not getting up. Colt, seriously.
Thank you.
You want to go?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you guys.
All right, bye guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
You
You
too.
too.
Bye.
Bye.